Hello, basketball fans. It's me, DC, here for Fantasy Basketball Analyzer to help you get ready for week 4 of your fantasy basketball season by breaking down the waiver wire with you. We got a lot of names to get through, so let's not dilly-dally and start talking. First up should be an obvious name if you've been following it, DeAnthony Melton for the 76ers now, formerly the Grizzlies. 72% roster. This isn't going to apply for most of you, but Harden's out. We're expecting him to miss 3 to 4 weeks, I think is the expectation, right? He's going to miss a month. So if he's out there, I would scoop him up. He was worth having on your roster before that, even if inconsistent. He was playing a decent amount of minutes. I mean, it was like 20 minutes, and now maybe we're talking mid-30s, 33, 35, something like that. So he will get some extra minutes. That's going to help. But really, I think it's going to be a usage thing. So I like him for a points league or category league. It's not going to apply for most of you, but he's the most obvious pickup if he's in your league. Sticking with injuries, which is going to be kind of a theme of players available because they're stepping up and filling out gaps. In Toronto, Pascal went down. So I'm looking at Precious Achiuwa, 37% rostered. I'm a little surprised he's center only eligible for them. I wish he were getting power forward. Maybe it's different on other sites. I'm looking at Yahoo's right now. I like him. I'm hoping he gets some extra minutes, but even if he doesn't, he can like be low key, fill out all the stats for you. He's not always going to get a block or steal, but can get you some of that. Will get you some assists, but you will get points and rebounds. It's not going to pop, but it could, tick up a little bit. If you want more of a defensive big, I look at Chris Boucher. He's probably still coming off the bench. It's just a guess for me. He can really fill up the blocks in a short amount of time. On occasion, if we look back here, he had 1, he had 1, he had 1, he had 3. These are all like in mid 20 minutes. I mean, he played 30 minutes last game against Dallas. 17 and 9. Before that, 17 and 8. But you're getting 2 or 3 3-pointers a game with that. So get a block, a couple threes, play him at power forward or center. He's 57% rostered, so he's not quite as available as Precious at 37%. He's still available in most leagues. I think they're worth picking up and seeing what happens. I don't know how long Pascal's going to be out, but even if they get a little pop for this week, I think it's worth it. Toronto has 4 games, 2 on the low volume days. In fact, it's a back-to-back Friday, Saturday when there's 8 games there for each of them. And it's OKC and Indiana. I like those matchups too. So I would really try and grab one of these guys and get them in your lineup if you can. If they're not out there, but you did like the idea of getting threes from your big man spot, Kevin Love, this isn't about injuries. He's definitely the backup. He's definitely coming off the bench. 53% rostered. There's not any new news here. I mean, he just had a big game. He almost had a triple-double. He had 21, 8, and 10. I'm not expecting that. But 4 3-pointers, had a lower game. Before that, 8 3-pointers, had a lower game. Like, it seems to be kind of in every other game. Cleveland's got 4 games this week. They get the Warriors and Minnesota at the end. And I'm not doing, this isn't a revenge game. He gets played Minnesota. He's at home in Cleveland. He's coming off the bench. That was a long time ago. But if you're looking for threes, you need to win it towards the end of the week. You can get the Friday and Sunday games out of Cleveland's schedule. He's available in about half of leagues. Very different style. In Minnesota, Kyle Anderson. So Gobert's out right now. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Kyle Anderson got some extra minutes in the last game. 31 minutes, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. If you look at the game, he's kind of playing point guard on offense a little bit. And if you look at the numbers, it kind of see that. You see the 6 assists, 85% from the floor. But it's not like you got a ton of rebounds and stuff like that. Still got you 2 3-pointers. Slow-mo is an interesting cat. And he's hard to corner in on what you're going to get for him. But he's probably not going to hurt you too much. I would not expect a lot of scoring. That's not really what he does. The 2 3-pointers are nice. But I wouldn't even necessarily count on more than 1 per game. 3 steals are nice. He does seem to kind of have sticky hands. He gets a little more steals than I expect for a guy who's known for moving in a different rhythm, but maybe that's part of what helps him. I think he's an interesting pickup if Gobert's going to be out for a while. He should get a little extra. He's very much different than the Kevin Love style, right? Kevin Love, if you want points and threes, more of that, he's probably going to get you more rebounds too. Kyle Anderson's going to be a little more low-key, filling out a little of everything and hoping he gets some extra minutes. But part of why I made this list is he's only rostered in 5% of leagues. He's out there for pretty much everyone. If you need someone to plug in, I know I had to make this move. I was playing Rui Hachimura in a league, and I was like, this isn't quite it. I'm going to gamble on the upside. I hope that slow-mo gets some extra minutes and brings me a little more. That's one way I went. Probably more reliable if we go out to the Lakers, and reliable and Lakers don't really go together, but Lonnie Walker, 59% rostered, available in 40% of leagues. Just had a big jump here. His scoring is up right now. I like it probably a little more in points leagues because he's not giving you a lot of everything else. But last game, 19 points with 2 threes and 2 steals. 28 points before that with 5 threes and a steal and a block. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 35 minutes. They've moved Russ to the bench. Lonnie Walker didn't actually fill that spot. It was Troy Brown Jr., so we're going to talk about him too. He's had a little bit extra, but not as good of a pickup as Lonnie Walker. He had 12 and 2. Now he joined the starting lineup. Before that, he had 15 and 10. You like that a little better. Pretty good field goal percentage. Both these guys are available. Troy Brown Jr. is only rostered in 12% of leagues, so you can really pick him up. Lonnie Walker is available in 40%. Like I said, I prefer Lonnie Walker, especially in a points league where I'm not worried about not getting those other categories. But I think either of them could be interesting matchups if you're looking for someone, as we see the Lakers tinker with their lineup here. Russ is coming off the bench. I think they need him, unless they trade him. But if Russ can stay on the bench and coming in, I think that probably helps them. I think it helps Russ's fantasy value. But also, we're going to look for opportunities to capitalize here if it changes. I don't think they're going to pull Russ's minutes down too much unless they get him out of the closing lineup, which might be good for them, but we don't really know what's going to happen until, a trade happens or whatever. But we're going to watch this. Lonnie Walker, I think, is worth a pickup. Troy Brown Jr., if you've got to be in a deeper league and you're looking for something else. Let's go to the other coast's mercurial guards here. Kyrie's out for a little while here. They said at least 5 games. They gave him some stuff to what to come back to. We're not going to get into all of that, but that means there's some opportunity there. Cam Thomas just had a good game for the Nets. 21, 4 and 4 with a steal and a block before they had 17, 4 and 6 with a steal. Got you a couple 3-pointers, 29 minutes, 32 minutes. I don't know that that's going to keep up, but I'm interested in rolling the dice and picking up someone in Brooklyn to try and fill that role. Brooklyn's got 4 games this week, 2 at the end. You get the Saturday, Sunday back-to-back to end the week against the Clippers and the Lakers. They are road games. If you don't want Cam Thomas, take a look at Joe Harris, take a look at Seth Curry, see what's going on there, but there's going to be some opportunity for the Nets, and it's at the end of the week. I like this pickup to kind of get you over that finish line in your daily change leagues. If that's too much uncertainty because we don't know which guard's going to be available, how about more uncertainty? Bones Hyland, we've talked about him other weeks. He missed a couple of games and just came back with a big night. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 6 3-pointers. Can't count on 6 3-pointers. It was against the Spurs, which definitely helps you. You like that matchup. But he gets the Spurs again on Monday. Spurs, Indiana, Boston, Chicago. Now, we've talked about it. Monday, every team is playing, so you might not get to work him in there as much as you would want. Denver ends the week, Boston and Chicago, 2 games in 3 nights. You don't love either of those matchups, but there's some opportunity here, and honestly, with Denver, I couldn't pick just one. So we're talking about Bones just had a good game. Bruce Brown's probably partially where Bones' minutes have been held down, even though they're not playing the same position. They can both slot in small forward. But Bruce Brown's actually been used a lot in Denver. He just had 9, 3, 3, and 1, 15, 5, 9 assists. You like that? 10, 2, and 4. I don't know what to count on this. I like it more categories league because it's filling out. It's not giving you as much of a pop, although he does get you some 3-pointers. If you're looking for other threes, you need someone to fill a shooting guard slot. KCP, 54% rostered. These guys are available in at least half of leagues, all of them, right? KCP is the highest rostered out of any of these guys at 54%. Bones Hyland at 45, Bruce Brown at 36. If you need someone towards the end of the week, I don't love the matchups, but it's not enough to stay away. I think there could be some value there, and you probably don't have to jump on it right now. If you want to make a move, or you've got someone who's playing Wednesday before you make any of these changes, you can just stand pat, because we've talked about it in the prior video. If you didn't watch it, I'll link to it. Right? Monday, everyone's playing. Wednesday, practically everyone's playing. Tuesday, there's no games. So if you don't want to make a move too early, you got someone you're going to plug in there, and then later, I would give Denver a look. None of these guys are really popping for me right now, unless Bones is turning the corner. I like him a lot as a player, probably more than these other guys for having a higher ceiling than what we're seeing right now. If you're looking for steals in your category league, let's look at Jalen McDaniels for Charlotte. We've talked about Jaden in prior weeks. Last game, 1 steal. Game before that, 1 steal. Game before that, 5 steals. Game before that, 2 steals. Are you going to be wowed with a bunch of scoring or 3-pointers and stuff? No. But if you pick up a power forward and he gets you 2 steals a game, you're going to feel pretty good about that if that's what ends up happening. Charlotte's got 4 games this week. They play Miami on Thursday and on Saturday. So you can pick them up. They play the same opponent and kind of see what you're getting, hope to work something out, and then pivot to somewhere else for Denver. If you're just looking for steals specifically, I would give Jalen a look. On the other side of the ball, in the same games, I would give Max Strus a look. I think you probably know what you're getting from him by now. He can't help a little with steals. He will get you more 3-pointers and some more points. Well, he does handle the ball a bit. He's not going to get you a ton of assists. He'll get you some, right? 44% rostered. He's available in most of leagues. You get those 2 games and then you pivot to someone else for Sunday and try and get 3 games in those final 4 days of the week. He's 44% rostered and he gets a lot of minutes shooting guard. I've been talking a lot about these small forward, power forwards. So if you need someone to get in your guard spot, Max is available in most places. I haven't talked about Jalen Suggs yet. People were probably really excited. He had a huge game against the Warriors. 26, 9 assists, 4 steals, 2 3-pointers. He went off. And honestly, I'm pretty low on Suggs in general. Part of it's just the Orlando guard rotation. I just haven't believed in that whole situation there. When I saw it, I was like, this is fun. I'm not going to poo-poo someone having a good game. And if I am ever wrong because someone's better than I expected, I'm happy about it. I want more great players in the league. It was fun to watch Orlando do what they did against the Warriors. That was a really good game. But I don't know that I believe it. He's 65% rostered. I feel like people jumped on him a little bit. He has a 20% roster spike I'm seeing in this image. I'm not sure I believe it. I think it's a fine pickup if you want to go that way. But Orlando only has 3 games and 4 nights. So only one of them, 3 games to start the week. It's actually 3 games and 5 nights. Only one of them is in the low volume streaming days. So I'm not really doing it. I just wanted to talk on him because I've seen he's a hot pickup. I want to see more before I make this move. Speaking of seeing more before I make this move, I got a couple names here to wrap it up for your watch list. Andrew Nembhard for Indiana. Duarte is going to be out for a little bit here, and I think Naismith is out as well, which opens up an opportunity for Andrew to get some more minutes. Has he wowed me? No. I mean, looking at the box scores here, 4, 3, 6 assists. You'll take that. You can get some assists. You can play him at point guard. Indiana has a decent week here, but the schedule's not lining up great. Pelicans and Denver are on their higher volume days. The Toronto matchup, we'll see what happens. Toronto's defense can really mess with a guy, especially if he's not getting a ton of minutes. There could be a lot of turnovers, so consider that in your category league if you play turnovers, which I wish you didn't. I hate turnovers, but that's up to me. People like to have 9 just to break the tie. I understand. It's fine. Anyway, he's just a watch list. He's 1% roster. He's available in practically every single league. Put him on there. Let's see what happens. If that opportunity comes up, it's not really about this week, but I want to watch these matchups to see if we want him for later on over the course of, say, a month. If these guys are going to be out for a while, Andrew might get some extra minutes. And then Zach Collins, also watch list for me. Not exactly reliable because I want to put him on here. Now he's a game time decision. He's 13% rostered. So again, most leagues can get him. It's not about this week. The Spurs have a similar schedule to Toronto when I was just talking. They've got 3 games in 5 nights to start the week. So the only good matchup is against and by good, I mean quality games towards the end of the week when you can get them in there. It's against the Bucks. So it's not even a good matchup. That said, next week, the Spurs have 5 games. So I want to see what Zach Collins does right now. You know, he got 9, 7, and 2, 8, 8, and 3, a steal and a block in each of those games. If he's doing that for you and you can get 5 games out of him next week, put him on your watch list. Make a note. We want to see what he does here on Monday, Wednesday, and then what's this? Friday? Let's see what happens. You don't have to pick him up right now. Try and scoop him up Sunday or whatever. Jump the gun, maybe Saturday if you have to have him for a 5-game week next week if he's doing well, but don't pick him up right now. That's going to do it for my whole list. Thank you for watching. We went through a lot of names today. Anyone I didn't cover you're curious about, trades, waiver moves, who do you cut, who's on your team, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Hope week 3 is going well. And either way, it's a new week next week. You know what I want you to do? Go out and win your week. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. It helps me grow the channel. If you want more videos like this, hit subscribe or even the little bell will give you alerts. And I'll be back soon with another video for you.